And now, let's start.
Well,
good evening and welcome to Dick Dyer Gymnasium here at Bishop Hartley High School. Tonight it is CCL basketball action as the Bishop Hartley Hawks take on the Cardinals of St. Charles. I'm Bob McGallagher, joined tonight by Mark Fages. And Mark, whenever you get two teams that play in the same league, it's always a rivalry, especially here in the Central Catholic League. It's a very small league. These teams see each other all the time. And it's almost one of those games where it doesn't matter what the records are, what the stats are, because the rivalry usually takes hold.
And we felt that last night at the game the girls played. The girls played last night, and that was one of the most exciting things I've seen in a while. It was a wild finish, but rivalry games, yeah, a lot of times you can throw the records right out the books. If you're in a good conference and you catch one of the lesser teams on one of their good nights, they'll catch you. And that's what you got to worry about rivalries. I'm not sure how many times these teams have played, Bob, but if they can win the first two, it's always tricky to win that third game if there's 3 games in a rivalry series during a year. So they are giving us this starting lineup for Hartley.
Yeah, for Hartley, hoping that they can take advantage of the home court here tonight. Now, this is a team that has been, I don't know if it's fair to say ravaged with injuries, but they do have some injury situations where they're missing some key players here tonight. Jack Tomlinson, one of those guys. So, this is a team that they're going to be tested a little bit. There's some players that are going to get more opportunities here, and that kind of goes back to what we were talking about with rivalries, the same type of thing. If you are a player that's getting a chance, maybe you get some more minutes in a game, maybe you're getting a different role in a game, whatever the case may be, that's something that you want to grab hold of and you want to use to your advantage.
Yeah, more minutes means, that's what you work for in practice, is to get out there. We're getting ready to have the jump ball, ladies and gentlemen.
And Isaac Sears is going to be there for St. Charles, right at center court. And on the other side, Amari Gaston will do the honors for Bishop Hartley. Hartley in the home whites and St. Charles in the road black tonight. And the opening tip is controlled by the Hartley Hawks. Alex Blaine quickly gives it off to Jayon Donnell. Working it around the perimeter right now are the Hawks. Out in front to Blaine. Moving on the right side. Some good quick movement here. Thought we might see a penetrate,
and it looks like that was a turnover. Tried to go in the paint. Number 24, Braden Blanchard, ended up throwing it at number 1, Dejon Donnell's feet there.
Yeah, that forced that pass a little bit too quickly, and now Derek James will look to set things up here for St. Charles. Derek James is point guard, looks it over, looks to the right.
Send it into the big man, Walker.
Chase Walker, when you say the big man, you have got that right. He's tall, he's thick, he's going to be a force to move out from underneath that basket tonight.
He looks like a house down there, like he could take on 2 guys right now.
James gives it to Walker. Good job to keep that right foot planted so he didn't get called for a traveling violation.
Nice outlet pass by Walker on the perimeter. It somehow gets back down to him in the paint.
And you see what Hartley did right there. They double-teamed him the moment he got the ball. I would imagine that'll be a theme tonight.
Yeah, they're going to need to get some bodies on him. He is just a very big kid. He's got the ball again. He's got some pretty good hands for a big man. That's a 3. Walker gets the rebound. He's trying to turn. That could have been a charge. Yep. Walker got a rebound, turned right into the defender who was planted.
Well, that's why he's down there, because he takes up the space. He can fight physically. He's going to get in there, probably win most of the battles. But that one he just got a little bit too aggressive on.
Braden Blanchard brings the ball up for Hartley.
Let's see if the Hawks can take advantage of that. They'll move it around the perimeter a bit here. Blanchard back with it again, wants to drive. Kicks it out to Donnell. You see how quickly, Mark, they're getting this around the perimeter, but not being able to penetrate yet. Now they'll try. Nothing there. So a kick out, almost a turnover. Good job by Will Miller to stay with that ball.
Pretty physical play trying to get in the paint.
Alex Blaine will give it over to Donnell.
Donnell wanted to take that three, ends up in the corner. I think that went off of Walker's foot. Ball goes to Hartley. Donnell takes the ball out of bounds.
Brings it right back out front here and lets Gaston take the three attempt, and that's no good. The rebound pulled down by Zach Oleta. So we played 2.5 minutes here. Nobody has a basket yet. St. Charles would like to change that as they have the possession. And here's James from the corner, and he does indeed change it with a three.
Starting point guard, one of the leading scorers for the St. Charles team.
Now Hartley wants to answer that.
Donnell's got it. Back over to Blanchard. Alex Blaine's got it. Back to Blanchard. Blanchard's top of the key. Gives it over to Will Miller. Donnell's got it. Back to Miller. Miller for three. No shot. Rebound St. Charles. The stud guard, Derek James, brings the ball up. Almost looked like a travel there. Got back to the point guard, James.
Almost got it moving too quickly right there. Ryan Nutt with a good adjustment to keep the ball.
There he is. That one went off of Braden Blanchard, and it stays on this side of the court with St. Charles. Looks like Derek James, the starting point guard, is going to take the ball out for St. James. Gets it out up top. Players got it at the free throw line. And the ball goes into the hands of number 4, Jay Henson. Henson's got the ball, swinging it to his teammates. Comes across on the other side of the court to James. James penetrates to the lane. Nothing going there. It looks like it is a jump ball.
That's a good job by Amari Gaston. As just trying to dribble around him, he just reached out, grabbed hold of the basketball, gets a jump ball, the possession arrow in favor of St. Charles there, so the wind bounded again.
James for three. Nails another three. Derek James has both of the baskets for St. Charles. Donnell has the ball and gets it out. It's over on the baseline now. Gaston gets it back out to Donnell, top of the key. Blaine. The ball gets back into Miller's hands. Timeout. Hartley takes a timeout.
And Randy Quartercrack's the head coach for the Hartley Hawks, watching that, and what he sees on this possession, Mark, is what he's seen on every offensive possession for Hartley. A lot of passes around the perimeter, beyond the arc there. They haven't been able to get it into the lane, and the few times that they tried, they forced a pass. And one time was a turnover. The other time it was a missed free throw or missed three-point shot from the outside. They've got to find a way to get into the lane here and not just be kept so far to the outside.
Yeah, and Derek James hitting those 2 threes. He's been the catalyst for the offense for St. Charles. If he can keep hitting outside shots, that's going to start to pull defenders out, and the likelihood of Chase Walker getting open down low will be significantly increased if Derek James can continue hitting from the outside.
No, you're absolutely right. They want that double team on Walker. They need that double team on Chase Walker, as a matter of fact. So those three-point shots, as you said, if that draws that defense out, that's going to help to open up the middle for St. Charles. Not what Hartley has in their plans tonight.
Donnell gets one off. Still no basket for Hartley. Loose ball in the hands of James. James rushes the ball up for St. Charles. Comes on the baseline.
Nice little head fake there.
Zach Oleta. Oleta gets, It looked like that was going to drop. He had a left-handed layup that went in the rim and then came back out. Hartley's down on the other end.
Yeah, Letta did a lot of good things, but he just couldn't get that ball to fall through, as you said. So again, here are the Hawks, and here we see it again. Moving it around. Donnell started to go down the lane. He has to back off. Now they'll drive it.
Just having a hard time getting a shot off. It seems like that it's been too much St. Charles down on the defensive end in the paint. They can't seem to get in there and get a good shot off.
No, and then Isaac Searles at the end of the fast break there, able to get more points for St. Charles, who now has an 8-0 lead.
I believe that was a turnover on Miller.
Yeah, another bad pass, just on the wrong side and out of the reach of Alex Blaine there. Now Hartley not being able to put things together offensively here.
They're starting to press. They're trying to pressure them full court, and St. Charles breaks the press. Carletta gets it out, and it goes to James, who shoots another three. James is killing Hartley right now from the outside. He has 9 of St. Charles' 11 points.
That was like an NBA three too. That was a deep three-pointer hit by James.
That's a 3. First shot of the game for the Hartley Hawks comes from the hands of Jay Henson.
Well, that was much needed. You're still down by 8, but you've got to get some points there. And
stop the bleeding.
Absolutely.
Carletta has it. When Walker goes out, Carletta is the backup big man for St. Charles, and over and back, the ball goes to Hartley.
A good job there. The defense being applied by Braden Blanchard to force that turnover. So Henson will come in and inbound it for the Hartley Hawks.
Braden Blanchard controls the ball top of the key. Ball goes to Amir Gaston, and now Henson passes it off. They're moving it around the outside of the perimeter again. Henson's got the ball. Gaston trying to get a shot off, and he does. No make. Rebound, number 33, Isaac Searles. Here comes James on the other end for St. Charles. Isaiah Wilkins, it comes around to the corner. Charles gets a shot off. James gets a piece of it, and now Hartley's on the break. And they got a basket. That was a 3-on-2. James responds. James hits his 4th 3 of the quarter. 10 seconds left. Hartley wants to try to get one shot off here before the quarter ends. 5 seconds. 1. Shot does not get off. Story of the first quarter, point guard Derek James of St. Charles has 4 3-pointers, 12 of St. Charles' 14 points. I'm here with Bob McGilligan, and it looks like it's already off to the races for St. Charles. Hartley's going to have to find a way to score some points and get this thing close by the half in the next 8 minutes.
Absolutely right. First quarter in the books, 14-5. St. Charles has the lead over Bishop Hartley. This is boys high school basketball on Score on Air.
Have you always dreamed about a career in sports broadcasting but aren't sure where to begin? Well, if so, then look no further than the Sports Emphasis program at The Ohio Media School. Whether in front of the camera, on the microphone, or behind the scenes, you'll learn from a pro to be a pro in the Sports Emphasis program at The Ohio Media School. You'll get hands-on training and live in-the-field experience at some of Ohio's biggest sporting events. You'll be the star of your very own webcast, and you'll get the opportunity to interview some of Ohio's biggest athletes. Call us today at 614-655-5250 or visit our website at beonair.com.
Well, if you're enjoying this broadcast and you'd like to learn how it's done behind the scenes, check out the Ohio Media School located in Columbus. If you're interested in radio production, TV broadcasting, or digital media, the Ohio Media School is the choice for you. Visit Ohio Media School at beonair.com/Columbus. You can also find the Ohio Media School on all your favorite social media. Ohio Media School, we change lives.
We are back to action here in the second quarter. Hartley has the ball trying to get in the paint. Henson gets a shot off. Henson is the answer for Hartley. His second basket of the game. Jay Henson, the senior, is the one that's keeping Hartley in this game.
Yeah, he has a pair of threes. That makes it a 6-point game.
Searles has the ball, gives it over to the point guard, James. James swings it into the corner. The corner man dishes to the man in the paint for an easy layup. Number 33, Isaac Searles, takes an assist from his teammate.
Right, that was that teammate. What a feed that was. And he had that plan. He took a pass. He took one step forward. He knew that Searles was going into the lane and fed it to him perfectly.
Gaston to Henson. Henson swings it. They get it off. Three-point field goal. Three-point field goal. Alex Blaine. Hartley is back in this game. 16-11. Swatted from behind. A clean block and maybe a...
Now they're going to make this a shooting foul, and they're going to charge it to Jay Henson.
Henson.
A little bit of a late call there.
Yeah, I got a little confused there, Bob.
Yeah. No, you're right. It looked like it was clean, and then all of a sudden it wasn't clean.
Right. Wilkins hits his first of two shots. 17-11 St. Charles. 6:43 to play in the half. They're pretty confident. Well, yep, I was going to say they only had one guy, Walker, lining up at the for rebounds. Wilkins has the ball. Second shot is up, and it is good. 18-11 St. Charles. Hartley has the ball. The ball seems to be mostly in the hands of Braden Blanchard, bringing it up the court. They swing it around. Henson's got the ball, gets it to Jacob Thomas. Back to Blanchard. Blanchard gets it over to his teammate Miller. Henson had it, tried to drive in, lost the ball, turnover. 3-on-2. James, the point guard, tries to get one off, leaves it short. Hartley's coming back on the other side, a 3-on-3. Swiped away by we've got a back and forth here. A couple turnovers from both ways. Henson's got the ball in the corner. Dishes it down low to number 10, Wes Miller, misses the shot. Will Miller will go to the line to shoot two shots.
That foul is going to be on Derek James. You're right, it is a shooting foul on Will Miller. So we'll see if Miller can hit a couple. He has a chance to get this down to a 5-point game here.
First shot is up, and it's good. Hartley trying to stay close.
Cannell comes back in, and Jay Henson checks out for Hartley.
Miller misses his second one. The rebound goes to St. Charles. Derek James has the ball. He gets it to his teammate, number 24, Isaiah Wilkins, who misses the shot. Donnell has the ball for Hartley. Blanchard, a misread down low. His teammate, number 12, went one way. That was Gaston, and there was a turnover on Blanchard there.
Yeah, that was, you talk about it being a misread. Big time misread there, and Blanchard just threw the ball to the spot where he thought Gaston was going to be, and Gaston was nowhere close.
Back into the hands of the point guard, James. James is top of the key with Donnell guarding him. Walker gets a shot off. The big boy gets down low and bangs with two of Hartley guys. Gets 2 points, 20-12. Hartley's on the other end. And the answer, Will Miller. He's the guy that's gotten the last couple points for Hartley.
Yeah, nice little running shot there by Will Miller. Right down the lane. Knew he couldn't get it all the way to the basket, so he just decided to float it up and in.
Hartley sticking around. St. Charles has the ball, trying to get more points on their side. Touch. That was a touch foul on number 12, Amari Gaston. Foul on the floor. Number 21, Ryan Ute comes in for St. Charles. James sends it out to Walker. Walker across to number 33, Isaac Searles. James driving in the lane, dishes to Walker. James has been good at penetrating. He's doing it all. Derek James is really doing it all right now. He's got about, I don't know, 11 of the 22 points at least. He's had a
14.
couple. Yeah. He's had a couple on top of those 4 threes that he had in the first quarter. He's had a couple runners. His outside game has actually opened up the inside game. I thought it was going to be more for his teammates, but they've respected his shot enough that it's got the defenders back on their heels, and he's been starting to figure out Donnell on defense.
Yeah, he has been doing that. And you mentioned it. Derek James has been a one-man wrecking crew here. We saw him shooting the threes, and he was shooting the long threes as he buried 4 of them in that first quarter. Now starting to use his quickness to get more in the lane. Maybe it's a shorter jump shot. Maybe it's just to take it right to the rim as he just did. So Derek James has a lot of things going in his favor. And again, you can't concentrate on just him. You try to take him out of the game by defending him, and you put too many guys on him, and you got big Chase Walker standing down there waiting to take a pass, going one-on-one, and Chase Walker's going to win almost every one of those one-on-one battles. Now, Walker is out of the game right now, but Ryan Coretta comes in. Coretta, yeah, he's a couple of inches shorter at 6'5", but he's still another
thick,
big, solid guy down underneath.
That's a big kid. The backup for Walker, Coretta, is they're both sophomores too. The 2 biggest guys for St. Charles, that's kind of interesting. And their third big man is a junior, so the biggest guys on St. Charles' team are underclassmen. Hartley's moving the ball around. Donnell gets it to Miller. Miller gives it to Blanchard. Blanchard across to Donnell for 3. 3-point field goal. 3-point field goal. Dejan Donnell cutting that lead. Hartley making it a game. 22-17. St. Charles leads. James is just dangerous in so many ways. He gives it off to his teammate who misses. A putback shot by number 33, Isaac Searles, has missed, and here comes Hartley. Looks like they almost had a shot on the baseline, and Miller shoots a 3. It's off. Rebound, number 33, Isaac Searles. James rushing it down to the other end from St. Charles. Ball goes to the corner. Double dribble on number 21, Ryan Ute.
And Braden Blanchard got hit behind the play and was slow in coming up the floor. So he is he's out. He got cut, as a matter of fact. There's blood on the floor. So he is right over to the training area.
Might have to take a little time out here to do a little cleanup job.
Yeah, the official stopping this game because he got hit and cut back in the lane. As you see him getting tended to right there.
Man.
He got cut down at the other end of the floor and was slow in getting up. And
Did you see it, Bob? Did he get hit from behind?
No, I didn't see exactly how he wound up getting hit there, but he obviously busted open.
Yep.
And droplets of blood on the floor here. They're going to need to get that taken care of. He's hit near the right eye.
Yeah, and they need Braden Blanchard right now. He's been the guy that's, for the most part, him and Donnell have been the ones that have gotten the ball up the court. So if Blanchard is on the bench for too long, they're going to be relying on Donnell to bring up the ball. And I think that, he's a good point guard, but I'm also noticing that he moves well without the ball. And if you have another point guard bringing it up, that gives him a chance to get open, because Dejan Donnell has had a couple baskets in this game.
Yeah, he has. They just need a little bit more production throughout the lineup that they have out there right now. Is again, you can see the crew on the floor there. They're looking for those droplets of blood.
I didn't notice it was blood at first. I thought he had like a contact out, but no, it's pretty clear from where we're sitting. He's got a pretty good cut going on his head.
Yeah,
there.
He got busted open pretty good there. Again, no foul, so it just looked like it was the battle underneath the basket for the ball. And, he took the brunt of it, unfortunately for him. And they're trying, right now, they're just trying to get that bleeding stop near the right eye. But you mentioned it. He's been a big part of what Hartley's been trying to do here in this game. So that would be a starter that is unavailable. And
I'll tell you,
taking him right back to the locker room right now.
Maybe it's time for the Hawks to have a man that started the run step up. Maybe Jay Henson can do something here. Henson's in the game along with Gaston, Blaine. I think Donnell's coming in. And number 10, Will Miller for the Hartley Hawks. On the floor now for St. Charles is Walker, Ute, Searles, the point guard Derek James, and the off guard Zach Aletta. 3:32 to play in the first half. 22-17. St. Charles leads. The ball is in the hands of Bishop Hartley. The inbounds from Miller goes to Dejan Donnell, who will run the offense as Blanchard is taken care of in the locker room. Henson has the ball on the wing. Turning it around to Gaston. Gaston would like to get in the lane, but has got the biggest body on the floor in front of him. Swatted. Number 23 got swatted pretty bad, Blaine. And James is on the other end of the floor for St. Charles with the ball.
Yeah, one thing about this St. Charles team, they get everybody involved in the offense. They got the big man in Walker who's got it right here. James has been red hot, but they do spread the ball around, and everybody gets a touch there. And if you've got the shot, you can take the shot like this.
Aletta is open. Aletta misses the shot. Henson gets the... Wow, it looks like it was a foul. The foul was on... I think that was Ryan Ute. The ball is with Hartley. Donnell brings it up. Gives it off to Gaston. Gaston to Blaine. Henson down to Donnell. Donnell trying to figure out a way to get in the lane. Gaston shoots a three, misses. The ball is in St. Charles' hands. Derek James brings it up for St. Charles. He's at the top of the key. Tries to beat Donnell. Throws it in the post. Postman gets blocked. Number 21, Ryan Ute, takes some of his own medicine on the other end. Here comes the Hawks. Henson misses the three. Rebound, St. Charles. Derek James bringing it up again. Game moving quickly right now, folks. And Derek James dribbles it off his foot, and it is an over and back.
Yeah, that's, you talk about an unforced error right there. As you said, he dribbled it right off his own foot, and no way he could get back to it before it went to the backcourt. So Hartley catches a break right there on that turnover.
Jacob Thomas has entered the game for Bishop Hartley, and he just inbounds it for Donnell. Henson swings the ball around to Blaine. Blaine gets it down to Miller. Miller with the post-up move. Got him. I wouldn't call that a hook shot, Bob. I would call that a push shot. Yeah. He came around with his right hand, and he got it up there, and he got it in.
That was a good physical maneuver, as you said. I mean, he really took charge and created that space for himself.
Will Miller with the basket for Hartley, and it's a three-point game. They put it into the big man, Walker. Walker has two guys on him, and Hartley clamps down on him. Here comes Thomas, who just entered the game. Miller across. Turnover, Hartley. Here comes Aletta. Aletta is fouled by number 23, Alex Blaine. St. Charles will have the ball.
Tell you what, we've talked about Derek James all night long and what he's been doing offensively. That was a great play defensively. Pass toward the corner, just got the hand out there, deflected it, redirected it to a teammate to give St. Charles a chance to go back on offense here.
The big man having trouble with the St. Hartley. Finally, Chase Walker with 3 Hawks all over him gets a layup. 24-19 with less than a minute in the half. 50 seconds. Donnell's got the ball on Hartley's end. Henson was looking to give him a screen. He gets the ball top of the key, and Henson hits a 3. The man that we were calling for when Blanchard went out answers the call. Henson hits a 3. James has got the ball. 30 seconds left. James in the lane. Misses it. Rebound. St. Charles. Outlet pass. Gets to the top of the key to Henson. Aletta's got the ball now, and he is fouled.
Oh, they were doing so well and containing and just forcing St. Charles with the pressure. And Jacob Thomas makes contact and draws the foul. That is the 4th foul of the half, but with under 20 seconds left here, it doesn't look like we're going to get to the bonus here. So it's just about stopping this inbound pass.
James bringing it to the top of the key. 15 seconds. St. Charles will try to set up for the final shot of the half. He's telling them to run it, looking for Aletta to come out. Gets it into the inside to Walker. Walker with the spin move. Leaves it short. Saved by Hartley. Hartley has it, and what an impressive comeback, Bob McElligott, for the Hartley Hawks, as they were looking like they were out of the game after the first quarter and have cut the lead to 2, 24-22, and it is halftime.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. You know, Hartley was, they were scrambling. They couldn't find any offense. Defensively, they were running around and just couldn't. They just were not consistently making stops. And then all of a sudden, they started to get a little bit of momentum, started to come through a couple of three-pointers, quite frankly, as they cut into that lead. Then the defense got better down on the other end. James, James in that first quarter had 4 3-pointers. And even though he had 4 points in the second quarter of this game, I mean, do the math. That's a third of the points that he had in the first quarter. They found a way to slow him down a little bit. And again, St. Charles was distributing the ball to everybody. I think they've done a nice job on Chase Walker underneath. I think they've done about as well as you can do.
They've been doubling down every time that he gets the ball. I'll tell you what, I'm not sure how much time there was left in the half when Blanchard went out, but that could have been a moment where Hartley could have faded away there at the end of the half, and they didn't. Will Miller stepped up, as well as Henson. Both Miller and Henson stepped up for Bishop Hartley, and we've got ourselves a good ball game here. It's going to be worth watching the second half, so stick around with us. This is
score
on here.
No, give the score.
The score. This is score on,
and then the out cue. Start with that.
Score is 24-22. We've got about 8 minutes until the second half. Stay with us, folks. We're here at Bishop Hartley High School. Score on Air Network.
In sports, you want to have a player that can get the job done right every time. A real all-star, somebody that's dependable and you can turn to when the game is tough. That player in the audio-video industry is the theater people. From setting up your home's Wi-Fi network and offices, conference rooms, to setting up home theater inside or outside, to setting up the systems to make your home run smarter and safer as well. The theater people can do it all with the quality of professionalism you can expect every single time. That isn't just a great all-around player. That is an all-star. That is why we are the leaders in audiovisual installation in Central Ohio. So call us at 614-604-6327 or check out our website at ttpcolumbus.com to figure out which products will fit you. And don't forget, amplify your personality with the theater.
Do you have design ideas for t-shirts but you're not sure where to go? Go to Mojo Sports Gear. That's right, Mojo Sports Gear. At Mojo Sports Gear, you can get custom-made shirts. Whatever design you need, Mojo Sports Gear can provide it. Don't forget to grab a custom-made cap on your way out and rock the best headgear in the game. give them a call at 614-864-6656. That's 614-864-6656.
I just wanted to play.
I just want to play. I just want to play. I just want to play.
Play.
Play. Along the way, I'm learning
Sportsmanship.
teamwork,
how to work hard,
How to work hard. Discipline.
hustle,
Sacrifice.
how to be a leader.
Dedication.
I just want to play.
And along the way, I'm learning to put the team before myself.
To put the team before myself. How to be a student.
How to be a student.
I'm learning
to set a good example,
How to work hard.
to accept responsibility.
That I represent my community.
That I represent my community. I just wanted to play, and look where it took me.
She's done it! Tiana Bartoletta has done it! From Elyria, Ohio, now an Olympic gold medalist.
The year was 1907. The Cubs won the World Series and the Ford Model R hit the assembly line. While here in Ohio, school administrators came together to form the Ohio High School Athletic Association. One thing that hasn't changed since 1907 is the dedication of the OHSAA to education-based athletics in Ohio. School sports teach responsibility, sportsmanship, and life lessons that stay with students long after their playing days are over. The OHSAA seeks to prepare students not for the next level of sport, but for the next level of life.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Ohio. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
I mean, I don't totally know what opioids are, but
It doesn't happen here.
Not in denial.
No.
Our kids are way too busy. My son has good friends.
Don't live in denial, Ohio. Talk to your kids about drugs, and they'll be up to 50% less likely to use them.
Well, yeah, there's some old prescription pills, but my son's a good kid. He's not going to look for them.
2/3 of teens who abuse opioids get them from friends and family. Don't live in denial, Ohio. Dispose of your leftover pills.
Have you always dreamed about a career in sports broadcasting but aren't sure where to begin? Well, if so, then look no further than the Sports Emphasis program at the Ohio Media School. Whether in front of the camera, on the microphone, or behind the scenes, you'll learn from a pro to be a pro in the Sports Emphasis program at the Ohio Media School. You'll get hands-on training and live in-the-field experience at some of Ohio's biggest sporting events. You'll be the star of your very own webcast, and you'll get the opportunity to interview some of Ohio's biggest athletes. Call us today at 614-655-5250 or visit our website at beonair.com.
In sports, you want to have a player that can get the job done right every time. A real all-star, somebody that's dependable and you can turn to when the game is tough. That player in the audio-video industry is the theater people. From setting up your home's Wi-Fi network and offices, conference rooms, to setting up home theater inside or outside, to setting up the systems to make your home run smarter and safer as well. The theater people can do it all with the quality of professionalism you can expect every single time. That isn't just a great all-around player, that is an all-star. That is why we are the leaders in audiovisual installation in Central Ohio. So call us at 614-604-6327 or check out our website at ttpcolumbus.com to figure out which products will fit you. And don't forget, amplify your personality with the theater.
Do you have design ideas for t-shirts but you're not sure where to go? Go to Mojo Sports Gear. That's right, Mojo Sports Gear. At Mojo Sports Gear, you can get custom-made shirts. Whatever design you need, Mojo Sports Gear can provide it. Don't forget to grab a custom-made cap on your way out and rock the best headgear in the game. give them a call at 614-864-6656. That's 614-864-6656.
I just wanted to play.
I just want to play. I just want to play. I just want to play.
Play.
Play. Along the way, I'm learning
Sportsmanship.
teamwork,
How to work hard.
How to work hard. Discipline.
hustle,
Sacrifice.
How to be a leader.
Dedication.
I just want to play.
And along the way, I'm learning to put the team before myself.
To put the team before myself. How to be a student.
How to be a student.
I'm learning
to set a good example,
How to work hard.
to accept responsibility.
That I represent my community.
That I represent my community. I just wanted to play, and look where it took me.
She's done it! Tiana Bartoletta has done it! From Elyria, Ohio, now an Olympic gold medalist.
Second half, we are here broadcasting Central Catholic League action as the Hartley Hawks take on their rival St. Charles. I'm Mark Fages, joined here by the great Bob McGilligan. I couldn't think of great what to put in there, but great nonetheless.
I didn't know I got promoted in the middle of the game, so I appreciate that. Thank you.
We're back, and it's time to play some basketball. Hartley is in a huddle out.
The year was 1907. The Cubs won the World Series, and the Ford model.
The ball is going to start off in the hands of St. Charles.
And it's going to be interesting to see here because Hartley struggled in the first quarter with only 5 points. They came back with a whopping 17 in the second quarter. Now, St. Charles has been pretty consistent. They had 14 in the first quarter, 10 in the second quarter. The guy with the ball in his hands, Derek James, has been a big part of it. So we'll see how this is going to work out in the second half for both sides.
Hartley is playing a zone defense. It's going to make it good for them to drop down on the big man. As soon as one of the guys down low shifts out to the top of the key, another man shifts down. They've always got a guy on Walker, and they've got a guy in the paint to meet Walker if he can beat his defender. Derek James has got the ball now. He's trying to penetrate. He gets it across to Searles.
Good job by Donnell to pick up Searles and stay right with him there to the top of the key.
Fancy dribbling from James. Aletta trying to get it down low to Walker. Force it in, and that is a turnover. Gaston has the ball. They made it all the way to the other end, and St. Charles has now got the ball back.
Braden Blanchard tried to force that bounce pass across the court. Maybe would have been, hindsight being 20/20, might have been better just to continue to dribble with it.
Three. Short. And as big as he is, Gaston has been doing a good job thus far in the beginning of this half against Walker. Three is up. Gaston battling Walker. Walker looked like he swatted it. And little fight for the ball down there below between Walker and Will Miller. Gaston and Miller are doing a good job playing Walker physically.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, Will Miller, nice job there. Once he realized he wasn't going to be able to wrestle that ball away, he knew where the possession arrow was pointed.
Donnell had it and slipped. Back to Donnell, over to Miller. Blanchard gets back in the game. Big shot by Blanchard. Physically got down there, and I think he actually had something to say to Ute. both Miller and Gaston are doing a good job of double teaming Chase Walker. And from that last wrestling of the ball, Chase is a little bit frustrated right now. Other end of the floor, Blanchard forcing it in again. Forcing it. Blanchard has a chip on his shoulder right now from taking that cut in the first half. He just scored a basket to tie it, and now the senior guard goes to the line to take the lead for Hartley. Shot is up, and he missed. One more shot. 24-24, 5:49 to play in the third quarter. Blanchard with the ball. Second shot good. Hartley takes their first lead of the game. What a comeback, Bob.
Nice job by Blanchard, too, drawing that foul. He gets one of those 2 free throws. As you said, put the Hartley Hawks on top. Turnover there on the baseline.
The ball.
So James is going to inbound it.
The ball stays down on St. Charles end. Ute, Chase Walker trying to find it. Walker had a pass to number 33, Searles, and Searles was fouled going up.
Donnell gets charged for the block there. Tell you what, Randy Quartercracks, the coach of the Hartley Hawks, he knew exactly what was coming prior to that because he stood up and he yelled to his team, watch the lob. And sure enough, as soon as he got it out of his mouth, they lobbed it down low to Chase Walker, but his players listened. They were there. They, again, were on Walker with the double team, but unfortunately, the foul taken by Donnell, and that's cost him 1 point, and we'll see if it's going to be 2.
Isaac Searles ties the game at 25 with his first free throw. Second free throw is up, and the game is tied. But somehow, St. Charles had the ball, and it looks like it's a foul on Gaston. Ute ran that down. Ryan Ute ran that rebound down and was fouled on the floor by Gaston. James has got the ball, inbounds it to Ute. Ute trying to get it down to Walker, and Walker gets his hand on it and loses the ball out of bounds.
Well, you mentioned earlier about his frustration. That's going to add to it, not being able to grab hold of the ball there.
Blanchard pleased to give it up to his teammate Donnell. As Donnell brings it up, Derek James meets him at the top of the key. Wes Miller gives it over to Blaine. Alex Blaine gives it back to Wes Miller. Gaston, Amari Gaston gives it to Donnell. They give a screen, nothing there. Wes Miller, top of the key, across to Gaston. Gaston has Walker on him. Hard to get around that body. Donnell doesn't get the roll on a, Chase Walker gets the rebound, shows off his elbows, and it's on down the other way with St. Charles.
Well, that's a tough one to come out of with no points. It looked like Donnell was going to be able to float that one right in there and break the tie.
Oh man, what a sequence. Derek James drove down to the baseline, went behind the basket, threw the ball top of the key, and that shot was made by, you catch that one, Bob? Aletta. Mr. Aletta.
There's another ball that gets passed and untouched by the Hartley Hawks. That one just went right by Braden Blanchard, and it was Donnell that made the pass. We've seen that 3 times tonight where they've kind of thrown a ball into absolute nowhere and had it go into the stand. So unfortunate turnover right after you give up the 3, and now you give the ball back to St. Charles.
Blanchard comes to the bench to take a rest for Hartley. Henson is in. James brings it up. Has a big screen, fires a top of the key shot. If they keep screening like that and leaving him open on the outside, he's really doing it all. That was his 5th 3 of the game. Gaston drove it in and drew a foul on Walker.
Yeah, and now that is the third foul on Chase Walker. And he's going to exit the game. Ryan Coretta is already down to the scores table, and he's going to check in. So they've got St. Charles big man in trouble, foul trouble right now. Down by 6 is Hartley, but a chance to cut into that.
St. Charles went on a little run. It was 31-25, and with that free throw, it's 31-26. Gaston's at the line trying to keep it close.
Aletta checked out as well for St. Charles. Isaiah Wilkins is back in.
Second shot is up. Gaston hits both his free throws. They're trying to trap Derek James in the corner. 3 Hartley Hawks on him. They're trapping. He needs help. Tries to bout it, it's out of bounds, and he gets it off a Hartley Hawk. They're going to have to inbound it. Hartley is pressuring.
You got to trap James in his own end because I think he can hit a three-pointer from there.
Probably.
The way he shot it tonight.
And if he doesn't hit it from there, he'll drive past you if you don't trap him and go all the way to the lane. James has got the ball. He's in the lane, as I said, and he got a turnover. Outlet to Donnell. Donnell trying to get 2 points, and he does. They're pushing it back and forth. James has got it on the other end off the Hartley basket. Ryan Ute brings it down, finds a traveling call on Ryan Ute. Wes Miller has the ball inbounds to Dijon Donnell.
Yeah, that's got moving a little bit too fast there for St. Charles.
He got excited off the other guy making the basket at the other end, thought he was going to do it himself. Gaston is getting more aggressive, and he gets swatted by Carletta.
Great job to get that back.
Donnell swings it to Henson. Can Henson get involved? Wes Miller. Will Miller, I meant. And number 23, Alex Blaine. I'm not sure how many baskets Alex Blaine's had, but that's one that they needed as they tie the game at 31.
Well, that puts him at 7 points. He's had 1 basket in each quarter to this point.
Air ball.
There's how you stop James on a three-pointer. Make him shoot it from the corner, I guess.
He shot an air ball, and every time you think Hartley's out of it, they come back. Can they take the lead? We're going to find out here. Number 23, Alex Blaine, who's got 7 points, as my cohort just told me. He is going to try to take the lead for Hartley for the second time tonight.
I'll tell you what, that was another great move. The last 2 possessions he's had the ball, it's been that fake to 3, and then all of a sudden, step and drive right to the lane. One time he gets a bucket, and the next time he draws the foul.
Just rolls out, Bob.
That's a tough one to take right there.
Just under 2 minutes left in the third quarter. 31-31. Ball is in Alex Blaine's hand. Misses both free throws. Ryan Ute has it. Outlet to Isaiah Wilkins. Wilkins gets it to James. James is top of the key. Miller is guarding James. Carletta throws a screen. Henson picks up the offender. Wilkins to Ute. Ute back to Wilkins. Wilkins trying to get himself open. James dishes it to Carletta. Little spin move that goes in. That, in fact, was a hook shot by Ryan Carletta. The backup center for St. Charles gives them the lead.
Good way to get him involved down there. They worked it until they could get him a good shot.
And Blaine seems to have a thing going with trying to fake and then get inside. He misses it all the way on the other end. Down comes St. Charles, and Isaac Searles has a charge. Ball goes back to Hartley.
Searles picking up his first foul. And coming back into the game is Amar Gaston and Braden Blanchard for the Hartley Hawks.
1 minute, 10 seconds left in the third quarter. 33-31 St. Charles here at Dick Geyer Gymnasium at Bishop Hartley High School. Blanchard brings it up for Bishop Hartley. Henson's got the ball over to Gaston on the wing. Dishes it outside to Blanchard. Blanchard goes out to Donnell. Donnell to Gaston. Gaston's working it into the paint. He loses the ball. Looks like it's a jump ball.
It's a great timeout.
Timeout.
And Hartley bench was there immediately. They saw what was going on with that. They called the 30-second timeout just to maintain possession of the ball with 52.2 seconds left here in the third quarter of this game. A 2-point game favoring St. Charles, 33-31. Mark, as you've said, the Hawks have looked like they've been out of this game numerous times already tonight, and every time they continue to claw their way back.
Hanging around, retaking the lead. Well, they didn't the second time, but just, I mean, it's a 2-point game, and we're going into the fourth quarter. Unless somebody that's real significant fouls out, it's going to be a close game down to the wire, I think.
Well, when you talk about fouling out, the only guy that's really in foul trouble is Chase Walker of St. Charles, and he's not in the game right now.
Will Miller gives it over to Amari Gaston, who gives it to Blanchard. Henson's got it down into the corner to Donnell. Donnell swings it to Will Miller. Donnell goes back to the top of the key. Henson's got the ball, working it around the perimeter, the Hartley Hawks. Miller almost turns it over. Derek James got a piece of that ball. Will Miller will inbounds for Hartley. Blanchard has it. Looks like they're running some clock.
Yeah, they're just going to basically play for the last shot now that they're having. They're having their problems. They've moved the ball around. My problem is they're all the way out near midcourt. They got to drive it. Here it goes.
Blanchard, top of the key. Miller going into the lane. Miller goes up. Blanchard trying to get it. Coretta getting the rebound. Good work by Coretta. Ryan Coretta had some good work there at the end for St. Charles, getting that rebound and keeping it out of a second chance shot for the Hawks on that play. We are in the fourth quarter, ladies and gentlemen. It's 33-31 here on the Score On Air Network. St. Charles is beating Hartley at the moment, but it has been an exciting game, and it's going to continue being an exciting game right down to the wire. We've got 8 minutes left. Don't you go anywhere, because it's going down, folks. It's going down.
I just wanted to play.
I just want to play. I just want to play. I just want to play.
Play.
Along the way, I'm learning
Sportsmanship.
teamwork,
How to work hard.
How to work hard. Discipline.
hustle,
Sacrifice.
How to be a leader.
Dedication.
I just want to play.
And along the way, I'm learning to put the team before myself.
To put the team before myself. How to be a student.
How to be a student.
I'm learning
to set a good example,
How to work hard.
to accept responsibility.
That I represent my community.
That I represent my community.
Personality with the theater people. They can help you with your entire home setup of entertainment or networking and security. Call 614-604-6327 or visit ttpcolumbus.com to build your dream home entertainment system.
St. Charles gets a block. Henson came down and shot a three to open up the fourth quarter. James has got the ball for St. Charles. He's trying to drive in the lane. Back up top to Ryan Ute. James trying to drive in the lane again, looking for somebody. Outlet pass to Ryan Ute. Foul on Donnell. He tried to go for the ball and he got some hand there. Ryan Ute's going to inbounds the ball to Derek James. James is guarded by Dejon Donnell, who's going to get screened by Chase Walker. There's a mismatch there. They've dropped down on Walker in the paint. Aletta's got the ball and swings it to Ryan Ute. Ryan Ute is trapped in the corner. Timeout, smart timeout by St. Charles as Ryan Ute was trapped in the corner.
Yeah, really smart timeout there. They could not make a mistake, cannot turn the ball over. This is too close of a game to have that happen, especially when you have possession of it and you are up by 2. And as you've said, we're now into that fourth quarter, so every mistake is amplified, magnified the rest of the way here. So St. Charles, good job. Call the timeout, regroup in front of the bench, figure out what you want to do on the inbounds.
And they've got Chase Walker back in the game. He was back in for the first minute. 7:10 to play in the game. And Derek James takes the ball out. Ute's in the corner. Chase Walker's in the paint. Gets into Chase. Chase gets it over to Searles. Searles back to the point guard, James. Every time that ball goes into Chase Walker, he's double teamed. And James wanted to get that shot off, and he missed. Pass down to Gaston. What a beautiful play. Dejon Donnell came down, got close to the lane, and Amari came on the other side of the lane. Gaston for 2 points. Tied back up 33-33. Aletta has the ball for St. Charles. Finally, it looks like Walker's going to get a chance, and he gets fouled on the way up. They got the ball down to Walker, and there was only one guy on him, and Gaston was forced to foul. So Chase Walker's got a couple shots here. The sophomore center goes to the line. Shot is up, and it is missed. Walker's got one shot. The southpaw Walker gets set at the line. That left hand goes up, and that ball goes in. St. Charles retakes the lead on a free throw from Chase Walker. Blanchard gives it to Miller. Miller gives it over to Henson. Henson looked like he had a shot, gave it up to Gaston, who is fouled. Amari Gaston is fouled.
I'll tell you something, Amari Gaston is becoming important here, and it's really not the points. I mean, he had 2 in the third quarter. He's got 2 so far here in the fourth quarter, but he is getting involved in this game right now. And well, now there's a turnover, but Amari Gaston, he and DJ Donnell and Miller, I mean, this is the time to pick it up with 6:05 remaining in the fourth quarter of this game.
Something's got to give. Another pass down in the paint, and Chase Walker got the ball and barely moved, and Blanchard was there to take the charge.
Well, that'll get him out of the game. That's his 4th.
So Coretta comes back in. Coretta doing a good job defensively when Walker is down. He's joined by Searles, Ute, Aretta, and the point guard James. Blanchard brings it up, gives it over to Donnell. Miller's at the top of the key. Henson on the wing. Henson at the top of the key now. Henson drives, dishes it out to Amani Gaston, who goes up and misses the shot, but is fouled. Gaston, who you just said, Bob, is getting more involved here, is going back to the line with a chance to retake the lead for Bishop Hartley.
Aletta gets called for the foul that time, and yeah, Gaston just trying to be a big part of it right now, doing whatever he has to do. Let's see if he can get these free throws.
He just tied it. 34-34, 5 minutes, 45 seconds left to play in the game. Amari Gaston getting ready for his second shot.
Oh, and he got the roll.
The southpaw gets the roll, and for the second time tonight, Hartley is in the lead. They tied it at 31. Now they have the lead, 35-34. Derek James is listening to a play call from his coach as he's met by Dejon Donnell at the top of the key. Aretta is guarded by Joe Hang on.
Jacob Thomas.
Jacob Thomas. Trying to find a way inside. Probably not trying to. That's Ryan Ute. And Ryan Ute missed. And Wes Miller lost the ball on an aggressive play. Slapped around. Henson has the ball. Hartley has the ball with the lead. Just under 5 minutes to play. Donnell is met by James. Blanchard has the ball over to Thomas. Thomas has the ball over to Blanchard. Henson top of the key. Donnell guarded by James on the wing.
With DJ just looking like he wanted to cut in there, and there's nothing to be had there. So it's a good decision by Donnell to keep moving it around the perimeter. But he's going to keep moving and looking for a way that he can get involved here.
Wes Miller's been fighting down low with Coretta trying to get open. Thomas to Henson. Henson for three. It's off. Searles goes to Ute. Ute goes to Areta. And Areta gives it to the point guard, James. James driving in the lane. Misses the shot. Put back by the backup center, Ryan Coretta, who's actually doing a workman-like job with the starter Walker down. He just retook the lead for St. Charles. Blanchard for three. Nothing.
Push off is going to be called on Will Miller here. That is his first foul of the game. So Hartley's still not in the bonus. That's 5 team fouls in this half.
Ryan Ute, the refs have something to discuss. And Ryan Ute's going to inbounds. Hartley is instituting one of their presses. Wilkins gets caught with Donnell chasing him, and Wilkins throws the ball out. Hartley ball.
Yeah, good pressure. They forced him into that mistake. And Hartley, and I think it was DJ Donnell who was left his feet, and it was almost like, oh boy, I hope he doesn't lean back into me, because then there could be a whistle. But there was no contact, and the ball just goes across the floor to nobody.
Miller tries to throw a screen. Miller is on the wing. Amari Gaston. Back to Miller. Over to Donnell, who's guarded by James. Blanchard takes it top of the key. Blanchard is guarded by Ryan Ute. Amari was going to throw a screen. Wilkins trying to take it away from Blanchard. Switch up, and Henson is guarded by Wilkins. Donnell and James have been together the whole game battling it out. And Donnell goes up and is fouled by Derek James. Back and forth battle. It could come down to free throws, Bob.
Derek James now has 3 fouls. Well, DJ Donnell with a great opportunity here to put his team back in the lead. He's got 5 points total on the night.
The game is tied. 2:50 to play, 36-36. Henson comes out. Jacob Thomas comes in. Second shot is in. Another lead change.
Great touch.
37-36 Hartley. They're trying to get a switch, and they do. Hartley staying in their zone. They're running a 3-2 zone.
So close to picking that off was Gaston.
Foul on the floor on Jacob Thomas.
Yep. That's going to be for a push. Hey, make sure you stay tuned after today's game for the Mojo Sports Gear Player of the Game. For all your custom apparel needs, give Mojo Sports Gear a call at 614-864-6656 or visit their website at mojosportsgear.com.
Ryan Ute gives it off to Aletta. Aletta is off on the perimeter being guarded by Thomas. Gaston staying top of the key with James. Searles has got it. Donnell tries to get it, and Donnell gets some wrist there. Another foul on Dijon Donnell, and coach is not happy about it.
No, Randy Quartercracks is not happy. He did not think that that was a foul on DJ Donnell. And, well, actually, the foul was committed, and now it's going to be a 1-and-1 as going to the line is Isaac Searles. And so far tonight from the free throw line, he is 1 for 2.
He puts it in. Tie game. 1:55 to play, 37-37. Isaac Searles, the junior for St. Charles, with 1 free throw to take the lead. And he does. 38-37 St. Charles. Blanchard has got the ball in his hands. He looks to the bench for a play. Giving it up to Miller. Miller across to Blaine. Blaine has got the ball top of the key. Miller. Blanchard's waving him on, trying to find a screen. Miller across to Donnell. Donnell back to Blaine. Blaine to Miller. It's off on the wing. Timeout. Coach felt like they had to look that one over, Bob.
Yeah, that's a good timeout by the Hartley Hawks. There was just nothing there. Will Miller was trying to direct traffic over on the other side. He was telling DJ Donnell come out a little bit, and then the defender came with him, so he was telling him to cut back in. And they're watching that from the bench, and they're saying, okay, let's just take a timeout. Let's talk this over, drop a play. And you got to make sure you don't force it here if you're Bishop Hartley, right? You've got 1:24 left. In the fourth quarter of this game, you find yourself down by 1. There is no reason you have to come in and force anything. You don't have to hurry it. You have the time to make sure that you have a play, that you have a shot, and I think patience is going to be a really big key here. Patience and then the follow-through. If you get that opening and you get that shot, you got to bury it now. Yeah,
I'm not sure how much of an advantage that they're going to have if Walker stays out. Are they going to be able to punch it down low? And is James going to? James is in the game. He's got 3 fouls, right?
Yeah, he's got 3. So Walker has 4. They're both playing out. They're in there. Walker's playing until he fouls out, if he fouls out.
Right. This is. No.
Well, no, I take that back.
Walker
on the bench.
Walker went to the bench.
Yeah, and they don't have Coretta in there either, so they're going with a smaller lineup. They're going with the quickness and the speed. They're not worried about the big man underneath the basket right now.
Yeah, I don't think that they've seen any threat from Amani or Will Miller. They've been trying to get open down low, and it hasn't been happening. So a smaller lineup means they're trying to guard the perimeter more. Three-pointer by Donnell, and he hits it. Hartley takes a lead. 1 minute, 10 seconds left. 40-38. Hartley is winning this game. James gets it out to Ute. Ute misses it. Somehow back in the hands of James. He gets one up. Tie ball game. Derek James returns fire for St. Charles. 56 seconds to play. 40-40. We have got a barn burner.
Nice job there on both sides. First of all, DJ Donnell goes out. Great stroke for the 3 to put his team up by 2. And then after St. Charles misses that three-pointer, when they get it back and it gets in the hands of Derek James, I don't know how you felt, but I thought this guy's tying the game right here. He's just been too good all night long to let an opportunity like that slip. And he didn't. He has 19 points on the night now. And he may not be done. There's still 56.2 seconds left here in the fourth quarter, so we'll see what gives. As you said, nothing has been decided. This game is all tied at 40 points apiece, and it's going to be Hartley inbounding the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, we have yet to see the end. Here we go, folks. Blanchard with the ball for Hartley. Will Miller top of the key, getting it over to Blaine. Blaine's got the ball, fakes it to Blanchard. Making the drive, Blaine to the hole, and he goes aggressively and is fouled. Alex Blaine draws the foul. The junior will be going to the line. It's 40-40.
Isaiah Wilkins takes that foul, gets called for the block.
That's the 10th personal foul on St. Charles. It's 2 shots.
2 huge shots right here for Alex Blaine.
Blaine gets the roll, 41-40 Hartley. 41 seconds to play, 41-40 Hartley. Blaine with another free throw to go up 2.
Walker's back in.
Missed the shot, but a rebound by Amani. They need to get it out. Miller's got it. Hartley's got the lead by 1, and they foul. That's the thing about high school ball. There's no shot clock, so it's a lot different game than college or the NBA. You know, you can hold on to the ball and set something up and take as much time as you want. The ball ended up back in Amani's hands, and Blanchard just hit a free throw. 31 seconds left, and the Hartley Hawks have got their biggest lead of the game.
Blanchard, remember, he got busted open, got cut, and had to be treated in the first half. Here he is with a chance to add to the lead, and he's got it a 3-point game.
James has got the ball. And St. Charles takes a timeout. Yeah, just like I said when he came back in, and he's been playing real aggressive. Blanchard's got a chip on his shoulder from getting cut. He wants this win. He wants this win for Hartley.
Yeah, he does, and they want it. They're in the driver's seat right now. They don't have the ball, but they've got the 3-point lead here. So, barring a foul on a 3-point shot, the worst that could happen is they get the ball back with a tie game and come down the floor with a chance to win it here. If they can defend this, if they can keep St. Charles from being able to hit the 3-point shot, or St. Charles, of course, they could just get 2 if they've got the 2, and then they can foul and try to run it that way too. But you know, it's going to be about defending right now, right off the inbounds pass for the Hartley Hawks. They've got to defend this well. They've got to look to prevent the 3. Just don't want to give up any points.
Yeah, and if you're thinking about who's going to take this shot, don't be surprised if it's going to be Derek James. He's had several threes. They've got Chase Walker in there. I could see something where a screen play to get him open. They're going to have to take a 3 or get a really quick 2-point play. 26.2 seconds, 43-40 Hartley.
Yeah, when you talk about stopping the clock for foul shots, 26 seconds is a decent amount of time.
Ute throws it down low to the big man. The big man doesn't find anything. Walker back to James has got the ball. He gets it down low to the big man. Good work back and forth from the paint out to James and then back into Walker, who gets 2 points. They need to foul, though, and that's what James does. I think that's his 4th foul.
It is. They took a long time to do that. They took way too long to do that.
Yeah.
They have only left 4 seconds on the clock, and they send Will Miller to the line here. Will Miller actually has only been to the charity stripe 1 time tonight, and he went 1 for 2.
Anything can happen. First shot is up. Will Miller makes it.
Well, and that takes so much pressure off right there, Mark, because now it's a 2-point game. Sure, they could win it with a 3, but you get that first one. Now you're feeling positive. You have a chance to make this a 3-point game.
And if you miss it, it's chaos for him to get it to the other end. He missed it. 4 seconds. Getting it out to James. James with a half-court shot. And Hartley has beaten St. Charles 44-42. Central Catholic League action
The rivalry this time is taken by the Hawks. St. Charles had some foul trouble there with their big man, and Hartley did a really good job on Chase Walker throughout this whole game. Anytime they tried to dish that ball down to Walker, there were 2 Hawks on him. It took some good passes from James that Walker made shots, but with the foul trouble, kept him out. Coretta played good in Walker's place, but it ends up that Hartley, backed by the tough kid Braden Blanchard, who came back from getting cut in the first half and playing an aggressive second half. Hartley wins. Folks, you've been watching.
Oh, no. Our Mojo Sports Gear.
The Mojo
player of the game.
Can't forget the player of the game.
You've got to pick a player of the game, Mark, and I'll tell you what, this is tough. Like, when I look across this Hartley lineup, there are so many guys that contributed tonight, but the guy that I'm leaning toward is DJ Donnell, and I'll tell you exactly why. Not only did he finish with 10 points, but he hits that three-pointer late in the fourth quarter. It makes the difference, right? I mean, once he hits that one, it puts Hartley in the lead. It puts them in a position to win this game, which they ultimately do. So he gets my vote.
Yeah, and another good point to make about Donnell is he had the tough defensive assignment of taking on Derek James for most of the game. There were a couple switches where Gaston had to guard James, but for the most part, our player of the game, DJ Donnell, did a really good job defensively on a tough player in 5'9" junior Derek James.
And Derek James had the ball in his hand at the end. He's their three-point guy. That's who they wanted to have the ball. But guess what? They had only 4 seconds to inbound it, so James wasn't able to get down the floor as far as he wanted to, and had to take that shot a little bit off balance, a little bit of a running shot, couldn't bury it.
They missed the free throw, so it wasn't an out-of-bounds play. They had to get it off get it off the rebound, and then Donnell had to go 4 seconds is not much time, and he's a smaller guy. You got to get some momentum behind you if you're going to throw up that half-court shot. He didn't have enough momentum, and the half-court shot ended up short. Hawks win.
Now you can close it out, Mark.
They've turned the scoreboard off. They turned the scoreboard off on me. I think it was 46-44, right?
It was.
And the Hartley Hawks won 44 to 42. 44 to 42. I've got guys giving me hand signs.
I know that wasn't the score though. That was a different hand sign. Go ahead, Mark.
You've been listening to Central Catholic League basketball here on the Score On Air Network. We're glad that you've been here, folks. The Hartley Hawks won the game, 46-44. I think that's right. We're here. We'll be here next time. This was a good night.
There's your score, Mark.
Hartley Hawks 44, St. Charles 42.
We'll be back here again on Friday night for more Bishop Hartley Hawks boys basketball. 7 o'clock tip-off. Make sure you join us here on Score On Air.